just how good is Carlos Prates? That is the narrative I'm gonna put out there, right? Because the narrative that I'm hearing right now is just how bad is JDM, or JDM was never that good. And my problem with that narrative is you're only discrediting the fighter that won when you say that. I don't think that JDM was never that good or just how bad is JDM. It's just how good is Carlos Prates to do that to a JDM. Because think about it. JDM's only one fight detached from being the world champion. Just a few months ago, he was the world champion, and now Carlos Prates is breaking him down. I mean, he completely dismantled him. He took him apart and then finished him. He played with his food. And I don't think that is by accident. I don't think JDM had an off night. I don't think that JDM's a bad fighter. It's just Carlos Prates is just levels above. He's just that good. And then, kind of by nature, you can't help but ask, just how good is Ian Gary? Because even though Ian Gary didn't get a finish, he really broke down Carlos Prates and made him look extremely human. He almost made him. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys may or may not know this. I picked JDM to beat Carlos Prates because I thought Carlos Prates was a one-trick pony. I thought that if Carlos Prates can't knock out his opponent, he's a fish out of water. He doesn't know what to do. And that tends to happen a lot with knockout artists. There's guys that they can't go into the later rounds. If they can't finish you, they don't know what to do because they're not used to being dragged into deep waters. They start drowning. So that was kind of, with the data that I had available, that's what I thought about Carlos Prates. I thought, well, after what Ian Gary did to him, I was like, yeah, nah. And JDM is a tough guy. You really have to kill him to get him out of there. And with this kind of, in range, mid range boxing, I was like, yeah, he could probably keep him out of his comfort zone. But no, he couldn't. And I don't think it's that JDM is bad. I think that Carlos Prates is that good. And my value, my stock. So when the Ian Gary fight happened, my stock went down on Carlos Prates. I was like, yeah, he's not going to touch top 5. After this, the stock is up there. It's bullish. Okay, the market is green right now. And to me, that now makes a fight with Islam Makhachev just that much more interesting because my narrative has always been, if someone is going to beat Islam, it's not going to be with grappling. He's too well-rounded. You're not beating Islam in the grappling department. You have to knock him out cold. It's the only way you're going to beat Islam. You're not taking him to a decision either. So that being said, in the welterweight division, there's only 2 guys that I now give a chance at beating Islam. One of them being Carlos Prates. Definitely give Carlos Prates a chance now, and Michael Morales because of their knockout power. I mean, I'm not saying they go and beat them, but they have a better chance than some of the other contenders who are a little bit less well-rounded, or lack that specific strength, because that is the one strength I'm going to give somebody an opportunity to beat him, right? And even then, the chances are still slim, but they have the best chance, right? And I don't know how this is ever going to happen because the welterweight division is kind of a weird place where everyone's next in line for the title shot. And like Ian Gary's technically kind of next, but then now so is Carlos Prates. And you can kind of pick either or and give him a title shot, but then Islam's injured, so we don't know when he's coming back. He's supposed to be coming back for, UFC 330, I think, but I don't know. We haven't heard nothing. So I'm now that much more interested in seeing an Ian Gary rematch between Carlos Prates because people forget, like, that fight happened very last minute for both fighters. So now with the new data they have on each other, who adapts better? Who does a better job? I don't know. I'd like to see the rematch. I think that's a very interesting fight. Assuming if for some weird reason those two don't get, one of those two doesn't get a title shot, they should fight each other for the true number one contender, like a title eliminator fight or something, right? Man, just how good is Carlos Prates? Some of y'all are gonna fry me because I picked against him, but dude, I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know he was that good. All right, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm excited to see what happens with Carlos Prates' career. I really want to see who they match him up with next if they don't give him a title shot. Because imagine a fight between him and Michael Morales. I feel like that matchup was so good, it's just bound to be boring. Like, I don't know, like 2 knockout artists, and I don't know. I'd love to see whoever doesn't get the title shot should fight Michael Morales. So whoever gets title shot, either Ian Gary or Carlos Prates, the opposite person should go and fight Michael Morales for like the number one contender. That'd be a fun matchup. But anyways, guys, I appreciate for anyone who tuned in. Sorry, these are low quality, like low effort videos. Sorry if I'm not doing a lot of cool editing or a lot of like high quality footage. I don't use a camera. This is my fucking iPhone. I'm trying to make as much time as possible to film on here, film and post content on here, and I'm gonna get better at it. I promise. So anyone who's invested in this, thank you. I appreciate it, and y'all have a great night.